Today we will see a demo session of Adtelligent full stack programmatic solution presented by Eugene Moldavskiy, software service product owner and head of business development at Adtelligent. I am Sergey Bohuslavsky. Today I represent RTB-Talks Telegram group. You can find traffic sellers and buyers for various formats through open RTB and XML there. And there are already more than 400 relevant people from around the world. So you are welcome to join. I also work for Tube Corporate. We sell and buy traffic in various formats via RTB and our self-service platform, Clickadilla.com. So, and now I think word goes to Eugene.
Hey, hello everyone. Just let me know that you hear me so I can start. Just send like confirmation or plus in the chat so I'll know that everything is fine and I can go forward.
I'm sorry, please feel free to ask questions in Q&A section, both in Russian or English, as you are comfortable.
Okay, looks it's fine, so I'll start. So my name is Eugene, I'm head of business development at Adtelligent. I would like to say a couple of words about our company before I start the demo. So Adtelligent is on the market since 2008, and we were in the ad tech business for a long time. Mainly in the beginning, we were focused on the media buying side, but last years we are more focused on technology, on on creation of the tech solutions for ad tech ecosystem. So we have like multiple products which are covering ad tech ecosystem for both sides, the demand and supply. So we have header bidding, we have DSP, SSP, and a couple of other products, and still we have our ad exchange, which is acting as a demand partner for the clients of our SSP and the supply partner for our DSP. So this was a brief. Now I hope you see my screen where you see the interface of our DSP platform. We call it DSP Suite or DSP SAAS. Basically, this is a platform where any customer can build his buying strategy for his direct demand campaigns. The DSP platform interface has pretty classic structure with 4 main sections here: advertisers, campaigns, line items, and creatives. I'll show my demo based on the regular scenario where let's imagine that we have received some budget from an advertiser like PokerStars who wants us to buy traffic for his advertising campaign. So now we are in the advertiser section where you see basically all the advertisers created on the platform. They are shown in a grid form where you see the advertiser, number of campaigns, the balance of advertiser, and the actions which you can take with every advertiser. So here you can fill balance, pause, edit, clone, go to the reporting, and archive the advertiser. Also, you can expand every advertiser to see the campaigns which were created under this specific advertiser. To create a new advertiser, we just need to click create button, to click create, and we are creating an advertiser. So here we are inserting the domain, the category of advertiser. Also, we have here in options to show advertiser his balance of the in the member zone, so he will be seeing it, and also we allow him to fill his balance here. Also, we're choosing the currency and the default click URL for all the creatives of the advertiser. We click create. The advertiser has been created. Now we can go to the edit and grant this advertiser permission to his cabinet. So here we have multiple options to grant an access for advertiser to have an access to his cabinet. So we have different options and different levels of access, starting from full access, where advertiser can do everything. Then we have an like lower access, where advertiser can make all the changes, but they will be required an approval from the administrator of the system, and read-only access. To grant an access for advertiser, you need just to insert his email. And click provide access, choosing the level of access which you want to provide him. So now this access has been provided. We have given him an admin access, which is a full access. The next step shows here the sources of traffic from which this specific advertiser will be able to buy from. So here you have the list of the sources which are connected to the DSP account. Here you can use our own Adtelligent inventory sources together with inventory sources which you are managing on yourself. Further, I'll show how to add your own inventory sources. So here you are adding inventory sources you want to buy from, like multiple options. Also here you have an option to set a specific revenue share for specific revenue inventory source for this advertiser. So you'll be able to adjust revenue on this specific advertiser and inventory source. Then once you have selected the inventory source available for this advertiser, you can add the funds to his account. This is pretty much it about an advertiser. Then we go straight to the campaigns. And the campaign has same interface, same grid here. So you have the advertiser campaign and a bit more information on the grid about the budget available on the campaign, the start and end date, how many line items of the campaign, remaining budget, how many impressions, clicks, etc. were done today and yesterday. Also the actions available here. To create a new campaign, you click create. We are finding our poker stars here. We choose the campaign name. We choose the flights for the campaign and the budget. We choose the budget. We have 3 options to be spent, impression, or click. Let's take it spent, for example, where you will be using the dollars. So we set the general budget for the campaign. Also, we can set the daily budget, the floor, and the frequency cap over here. Some general information about the campaign. Once we click, when the campaign is created, we're able to go to the line items section, where we are basically generating and creating our bidding strategy, our targeting audience, etc. So to create a line item, we just click create, choosing the poker stars, the campaign. We need to choose the line item name here, the line item type. So we have banner, video, ad pod, ad push, and pop. Let's take it at push. Also here we can choose the verticals for the line item. So you can choose any of those which you have here, or choose other. In our situation is gambling. Here we can also choose the flights for the line item, and also we can use flights, which means we will be able. This is an option which allows you to set the portion of the budget which will be spent in the specific hours of the day. So this is very sophisticated option to set how much of the budget you want to spend in the specific hours of the day. If you'll have any questions about this option, just let me know further, but I'll skip it and go further. Here you are choosing the budget type for the for this specific line item. CPC here, so we can choose from spend and click. Budget for this specific campaign. Also, we can set the daily budget. And below we have the bid itself, how much we want to bid on this line item, and the creative weighting method. The creative weighting method means how the way how the creative will be shown, so randomly or in the way how they are connected to the to this line item. Also, we can add here the frequency cap. We have an options to create a frequency cap by minute, hour, days, or week. And we can create a combination of frequency caps over here, so they will be used simultaneously. Once the main information has been set, we click create and continue. And we are in the next step of where we set the targeting. So the first step, we need to select from which inventory sources we want to buy for this specific line item. So here we have inventory sources. We can click drop down and we will see those inventory sources which were already open for this advertiser. So we have Adtelligent, let's take like traffic shop, whatever, and go further. The next we have the content category and the language of the website. Then we have the main lists and the main zones. The geos, let's imagine this premium offer is for Netherlands. We have the geo selection for targeting up to zip code, and also we have an option to create a geo template for some presets of geos, like, I don't know, English-speaking countries, EU countries, specific cities, million and above, whatever. So you can create this template under the tools and templates, and then you can choose them from the drop down. Then we have inventory, where we set the in-app web or other, the placement ID, site ID. When we use the push or pop activity, the site ID works for sub ID. So basically, this works for sub ID. And here you can set the list of sub IDs you want to target your line item for. The key value targeting, the IP lead, the subnet. Also, if you have some targeting by specific telecom network, for example, I don't know, you want to target by specific network in Netherlands, you can select Netherlands here, and you'll see all the networks, cellular networks available in Netherlands. For example, we want AT&T only. Then we have selection by bandwidth, a browser, a device type, and operation system. The next we have the time parting, where we can select the days and time of the day which we want this line item to be working in, and the subscription days targeting here, mainly for push activity. And the last targeting option is the segments. The segments allows you to retarget specific audiences and collect these audiences and then target the specific audiences. I'll show you how to create the segments of audiences for retargeting further, but this option allows you to use retargeting scenario in your activity. Okay, this is all about the targeting. Just wanted to show you that all the selection which was made and the targeting is shown in the summary, so you will have a quick information about what have been selected, not to forget anything or to add if you forgot something. The next step is associated creatives, where you are basically connecting the creatives to this line item, so you can select creatives from the list or create a new creative straight from here. I'll go back to the creative section further. Let's go further. The next step here is the action tracking, which is basically allowing you to create an action tracking for this line item. So we have like an option to select from 5 different actions, give them a name. Then we choose a value tracking. In the manual, you select the fixed value for conversion in the postback. The value for conversion will be sent via the postback URL, via the postback link, and it's dynamic. Also, we select the currency for conversion. Once it's created, we can get a postback URL. So we have two types of postback URL: the server side, where you have the URL and we're getting all the information from your tracking API system, with all the macros over here, like price, click ID, sub ID, and creative ID. And here in the macros documentation, you have information about all the macros is available. And also the client side, where you are, if you have an access to the landing page, you can basically put an image pixel on the page, and we will be collecting all the information about the conversion from the front end. The next step here is deliver insights, which is basically showing you information about why the ads and the creatives connected to the line item were not shown. So it will be showing you commercial reasons, like the filtering reasons, the budget reasons, the bid reasons, like it was filtered by IP. This amount of requests was filtered by IP. This amount of requests were filtered by because of the low bid, etc., etc. So you will see general information about why you are not efficient with your bidding strategy. And the last step is the bidding optimization rules, which are allowing you to block specific sub ID which are not performing well with this within this line item. So you select the lookback period, you choose to sub ID blocking rules on, and you are choosing to add the new rule. So you choose the condition scenario. So for example, if you have the 1,000 of clicks and the CPA for this specific action is less than, I don't know, $500, then the traffic which is sent from the specific sub ID corresponding to this condition will be blocked. So this is pretty much about the line item setup. I'll go further for creative. So to create a new creative, so creative has the same grid here. You have advertiser, creative, the size of the creative, the type, how many line items it is connected to, and all the information. Also here, if there is an access with a level which needs to approve a creative, you will have the status which is not approved or approved. To create a new creative, you select an advertiser. We have here banner, video, push, pop, and native. So we have to select push. Also, we have here to select, we can select, which is an optional, the start and end date, and then we need to insert the content. So for push, we have like those mandatory fields for push. So the header, now we need to select the image asset and the and the logo asset, for example. Also, we need to insert here the click URL. And here we can add the macros which we need to add, which you require for your tracking activity. Like we have all the macros available, like sub ID, click price, whatever, and all the possible macros which you may need. You will be able to find in the macros documentation. So then you can click create. We're uploading the files, and it's been created. Take some time to upload the files. So basically, this creative has been created. We can connect it to the line item here. So we can choose this test offer and add association. So now this link has been created. So this creative is connected to this. We can unlink it, and the same can be done from the line item. So you can unlink specific creative. So this is all about the 4 main sections and 4 main levels here. I wanted to say a couple of words about the segments and the retargeting possibilities here. So we have pretty detailed and pretty sophisticated system to create segments for retargeting purposes. So we need to create a segment. We have multiple options to create a segment. So we can create a single segment, a composite segment. By composite segment, I mean you can create, you can combine different segments, you can make an intersection of different segments, or you can deduct one segment from another. Let's imagine we have created a segment of users who have visited a registration page, and then we have created a segment of users who have successfully made a subscription. And then we want to target the users who has visited a registration page and didn't finalize the subscription. So we need to create 2 segments. First segment will be registration page. Like, let's collect this segment for 10 days. We have the image pixel here, which we put on the registration page. And then we create another segment for subscription. Also for the 10 days. And then we we put this segment on the subscription page here. And now we want to have a segment which will show us an audience which have visited the page but didn't subscribe. So we choose this composite segment. Also for the 10 days. And so we have here then options: intersection, union, and complement. In our system, the deduction from one segment, another we call complement. And here we choose the segments which we want to be used. So it's been created. So then it doesn't give you any image pixel since we will be using previous images. So after the 10 days, you will see how many users were collected from this scenario, and then you will be able to use this specific segment for retargeting purposes in the line item targeting settings. The next step here is the reporting. We have pretty detailed reporting about your buying activity. So we have here the slices by which you can slice your activity. So by date, hours, auction type, line items, inventory sources, whatever you need, you have it here. The date range, also you can add filters over here by clicking plus and add the filters. And here below you have the grid. The grid which you see here is the default grid which we show, but these metrics which are shown in the grid are not the only ones we have in Stack. So if you go to the wizard, we have around 60 additional metrics showing you information about CTRs, clicks, conversions, errors, budget, caps, etc., which you can add to your existing grid, or you can create a new grid for your activity. Also, we have an option of scheduled reports where you are able to set a specific schedule. That report will be sent with a selected frequency to your email. Also, you are able to create a report template over here. So you'll make a selection of slices, filters, and date range, and it will save this preset, and you'll be able to select this report with all the presets already selected. Once we have a button, click Run Report, so report will be generated. And the last section here is the global lists, where you are creating all the lists for the targeting purposes. The templates is the place where you are creating the geo templates, and the manage changes is the place where you are managing the changes of which are done by your advertiser, which has this kind level of access which needs an approval. So this is pretty much about the DSP platform. Wanted to mention that, of course, it has fully featured API access, so everything can be managed through the API, and it has an option to be white labeled. So everything, including the serving domains, can be changed. Logo styling, domain, favicon, everything can be changed to your own. I just wanted to show you an option that I mentioned in the beginning, how to connect your own inventory sources to the interface, so you can buy from your own inventory sources. So here we have a different interface of an SSP, where you can basically create an inventory source, which which will be automatically connected to your DSP account, and you'll be able to see it in the drop down of inventory sources. So here you choose the source name, and then you choose the type of integration with your supply partner. So it can be tag-based, which works for video and display. So you can generate a JavaScript tag or video tag here, and open RTB and add push and pop for XML. So for example, if we choose add push, we choose environment here, we choose the revenue share over here, we choose the tag type JSON or XML, for example, XML, and we click create. So once we have clicked create, we have the feed here generated for you, which you can provide to your supply partner and to buy traffic from him. Same way works for video tag, for JavaScript tag, and for RTB endpoint. So you can generate everything over here, and it will create a link which you can use to buy from. And this supply source will be automatically connected to your direct demand on the DSP account. In the same time, our SSP platform allows you to sell not only to your direct demand, but only to the partners who can buy from you using XML, RTB, or tag as well. So we have here advertisers, which you can create, where you can create an advertiser and implement an advertiser using different types of integration mentioned before, like XML, RTB, or tag. With the possibility to connect your direct demand from the DSP account together with your, let's say, programmatic demand with the partners who are buying from you over XML or RTB. So they will be bidding in the same auction, and you will get the most out of your inventory. So this is pretty much it about the platform and the functionality we have. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Okay. Do you have some solution for data, maybe? And what about working with third-party data?
What do you mean, sir? DMP? You mean DMP?
Yeah.
We have an option, so we can do it from the backend. So we have a DMP possibility to be connected to our DSP. So from the backend, so we we don't have our own. We have a third-party vendor, and we are using their solution. So in case of need, this is some option which is not shown like out of the box, but we have this option in place.
Okay, there's one question in Q&A section. So how can I use third-party creative solutions, 3PaaS creative solutions?
What does it mean?
It's a third-party. I think it's like script creatives for banners, maybe iframe.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe a redirecting link as well, like that has a lot of rotating offers, not just the link to the concrete offer, but also like just like a rotating link, so rotating text.
As I told you, in the SSP, you can implement the tag. Okay, let's go. So first of all, if we go to the creative here, we can add another creative, let's say for a banner. And you have an option to have to have a banner creative here, and here you choose the integration type for the creative. So we have here the JavaScript tag for the banner. If we have an iframe, we choose the banner HTML with an iframe, and like we do it like on the back end. So the banner HTML works for an iframe. So you can provide us an iframe script, and we will wrap it in the banner HTML. So if you choose the banner JavaScript here, in the add content, you need to implement the tag over here. In terms of rotating demand, so if you mean by adding some XML demand, some rotating demand, not fixed demand, this is something which is done over here. So you can create a new campaign here, for example, and you want the campaign to be at push. So here you are inserting the fit URL. If you want the RTB, you choose the open RTB and you implement the endpoint URL over here. So if you want the pop, also URL, and for the tag, you implement the tag over here. Hope this is the information which you have required. Hello?
Okay. As to bidding optimization, do you have only tools for blocking sub-IDs, or maybe there are some strategies possible to increase bids or to decrease bids accordingly to ECPM?
We basically we have like a constructor or some kind of constructor on the back end which can build a different bidding strategy. The bidding strategy, which is like mostly used by the partners of the platform, which is like open and out of the box, and the interface is the blocking of sub ID. But of course, we can build any kind of strategy for you and like release it in the interface like a custom scenario, because we did it for a couple of partners. Like to increase the bid if it's if the creative for specific creative, if it has good conversion, etc., etc. So we have done it for multiple partners, and you can we can do it like customly. But as an out of the box optimization scenario, we have the bidding sub ID blocking rules at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, I have a lot of questions.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions. The first one is regarding the servers located. Where are those servers located? If you're taking this solution as white label, yeah, what is coming in the package? Like, do I have the endpoints? Like, I can create them for the US, for the Asia, for the Europe?
Yeah, exactly. We have servers in east and west coast of US. We have a server in Europe, in Amsterdam, and we have a server in Asia, in South Asia. So basically, you can create an endpoint for any location from these four.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just having a lot of noise, so I apologize to all the people in the group for that. The second one, which I haven't seen, is filtration. Do you have any filters on the creative or on the publisher side? I'm talking about limits, and I'm talking about like a common filters like IP mismatches, user agent, validating click URL, IPv.
Yeah, we have. We have it on the SSP side. We have the mismatch filters, IP mismatch, user agent mismatch, and proxy blocking. So,
and all additional filters can be added on the back end as the custom development for the certain client.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. As well as I see that you can target carriers. But can I target, because I'm talking from the side of the mobile content campaigns, for example, and a lot of mobile content campaigns are carrier targeting and IP ranges. So either I blacklist IP ranges or I submit IP ranges for each campaign. And I saw carriers, but I haven't seen IP ranges.
Sure, maybe you missed it here in the IP section. You have the IP list, first of all, and the subnet for the IP. So here you can set the specific list of IPs, or the subnet is a range of IPs here.
Okay, and the time zone of the solution is?
The time zone of the solution can be set in the, it is GMT, but you can set your time zone over here. So it's the default, non-default is GMT, but like you can add it and set it different time zone over here in the profile settings.
Okay, and as for the limits on the creators, such as TTL, time living for the link, and also this IPV, impression per view, like can it be added to automated rules for the optimization of the campaign?
I think, yeah, everything can be added. I mean, we have just added the rules which were mostly used by the partners. So for every partner, we are trying to have a like custom custom scenario which the specific partner needs. So if it's possible to add, we're adding this to the rules. Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, but it will take some time, some maybe additional development. But yeah, sure, we can add those rules which required for the partner to make a proper optimization.
And this custom development is the part of the agreement of having white label, or it should be or will be paid separately?
I'll say that every custom development should be discussed separately. So some development, some custom, like I would say some features which we see may be used by other partners and may be efficient not only for dedicated partner, we will be able to make it like for free. But some specific or dedicated features, functionality, or scenarios, so which is something which specific user, specific partner needs, maybe may require some additional charge.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, could you please tell a bit about your pricing packages? What do you charge for? Is it?
The pricing packages is based on the monthly fee based on the effective QPS. So the amount of the effective QPS incoming to the DSP account. So we have like a tier structure and the monthly fee which you pay for this specific QPS tier. In case you are buying something from our own inventory sources, not only from your inventory, we're taking the revenue share from the budget which you spent on our inventory.
Okay, maybe anyone from our attendees has some questions.
Well, I think that most of the people are Russian. Well, at least they know Russian.
You can ask Russian.
Yeah, you can ask
Russian.
questions.
I can reply in Russian, no problem. The percentage for the revenue share depends on the so we have like a transparent like inventory sources. So there are our own SSP inventory sources or third-party inventory sources. So a percentage is like hidden on under the hood. So you just pay like, let's say $500 and you spend this $500. You don't have to pay anything on top, and depending on specific supply partner from which you are buying from, we take a revenue share. So we bid with a net bid already. So we deduct revenue, share depending on the inventory partner you are buying from. So it is something between 5 and 10%.
Like I think that the thing is about like how do you position yourself on the market, like with a lot of competitors right now for the white label DSP solutions? And you said that the package for the white label includes the QPS, which you call effective QPS, like incoming, right? And also the percent of the profit the network is doing, or that just a percentage applied on each endpoint that generates this revenue? What is the calculation scheme?
So just to make it clear, so the monthly fee on the QPS package is paid in case you use the white label SAAS solution and you are not buying from Adtelligent inventory. So you buy from your own inventory. So you just pay only for the QPS with support, effective QPS with support for your specific account. In case you are buying from Adtelligent inventory, so we make this option available for you, and you see all the inventory sources available on your in your dashboard in your cabinet. Then so if you buy, we charge revenue share, but the revenue share means we don't charge anything on top of that. We just deduct the revenue share from the spent amount.
Okay, so you, in the second scenario, you're acting as my publisher, basically. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a combination. So basically, it can be a combination of your own supply with my supply. So it can be a combination where you pay for the solution itself to use your own supply, and then we deduct revenue share if you buy something from us. Or
how
you
much
pay
is
just
QPS? 1,000 QPS.
For 1,000 QPS, let's say for 5,000 QPS, it can be around $2K.
Okay, and of course, if I'm ordering more, like 20, like now I'm having 25K QPS on one network and around 15 on another one. So like, for example, if I want to merge all of that and ask you for the 35,000 QPS, it's possible, right? You can.
Yeah, it's not possible. We can manage that. Just something above 50K will require some time for us to arrange infrastructure to make it work for you as it should. Like everything below 50K we can manage.
Okay, cool.
There is a question, how can I set a margin? More details, margin where? Margin for what?
I think it's revenue share, like on the publisher and then the campaign. Remember you were showing the campaigns when you were selecting the traffic sources, and you said that you can set a specific one, a revenue share for each of that. So what is default for them, maybe?
The default you are setting over here. When you create your supply source, so if it's your own supply source, you are creating a new supply source, and you have here the share of revenue. So you create like push feed, which you want to buy from, and then you choose share of revenue, which you work with your publisher. So if you select 85%, it will mean that 85% will go to your publisher and 15 will go to you. And then you have this publisher, you have this inventory source available in the DSP cabinet. And then if you want for specific advertiser to have more than 15%, you just add this amount of which you want to get from them. And this will be already considered in the bidding.
We have another question in the chat, not in QA, from Vishnu Kartnik. Is there any monthly minimum apart from the revenue share? If so, what is the minimum?
Yeah, there is a monthly minimum, which is, I mean, if you are just buying from us, so there is no monthly minimum, so you just fill the budget and buy from us, and that's it. If you are having the monthly, I mean, it's SAAS, the white label side, so you buy from your own inventory, so the monthly minimum is exactly your like fee which you pay monthly. So if you just buy from us, no monthly minimum, you just spend how much you want. If you want the tech solution to buy from your own inventory sources, you need to pay the monthly fee for the white label.
And is there any setup fee?
No, there is no. The minimum QPS tier, I would say we can do even 1K. Yeah, but in our experience, like 5K was the minimum in terms of the pricing, but we can do even 1K. I think it would be something around $500 for 1K. I mean.
Okay, any
other questions? If you have questions in Russian, just don't hesitate. I can understand Russian easily.
Коллеги, если есть вопросы, можно задавать их и по-русски.
Ну, мне больше не вопрос, у меня больше момент, можно демку погонять, поклацать где-нибудь. После вот этого демо, например, мне нужно там показать своим партнерам, которые, к сожалению, не смогли присоединиться, потому что они еще дрыхнут. Да, вот было бы неплохо, если бы вы расшарили на какое-то там небольшое время с демо-аксессами, чтобы можно было просто проклацать, посмотреть, потому что выглядит все очень высокотехнологично, в плане очень много ступеней иерархии в создании компании. Обычно, ну, как бы, по тем солюшенам, которые я использую и которые я уже смотрела, все намного как бы прозаичнее, то есть там создал, запустил, вот, но здесь очень много hidden таких механизмов, да, которые позволяют очень классно затюнить компанию. Поэтому тут больше, ну, было бы интересно, если бы выложили просто линку, и люди смогли проклацать, посмотреть. Я уверена, что вопросов огромное количество появится сразу же. Первый такой вот вопрос, к чем я столкнулась, например, с другими солюшенами, это техподдержка и dedicated manager. То есть на первых порах ну, надо учить нас летать на вашей машинке.
Да. Если можно, я не знаю, просто я по-русски могу сказать, могу по-английски. Давайте уже, раз я говорил по-английски, закончу уже по-английски.
Для всех, наверное, да, по-английски.
Да, так удобнее. We have discussed here that about the support and the account management. So if you get an account on our platform, you have a dedicated customer success manager. We call it customer success manager, which is basically a manager who will be able to help you to set everything up, to reply, to give you assistance in terms of optimization, in terms of the like basic questions of how everything should be set up, and further, which can be of help in terms of the like recommendations, like some other like tips which you can have. So you'll not be left alone. You'll be having a dedicated customer success manager. And then as a reply on your first question about the demo account, I wanted to say here that after this, further to this webinar, we would like to provide a kind of an offer for free trial of like 1K QPS, which is valid for 2 weeks. So if you're interested to get an access and to try the platform, you can sign up and there will be a link after the call and you will get a free access to the platform with 1K QPS for free for 2 weeks.
Maybe we should share the link in the chat here.
Dima, can you share the link
Sure.
here?
Just a second. I will send the link in the chat.
We will also have a newsletter the day after we finish the presentation with a link too. It is set in Zoom settings for the conference.
So here is a link. You can save this link. So we have here the non-offer, which will provide you a 2-week trial to explore the platform. not just for demo, like for demo testing, but for real activity with a 1K QPS limit.
Do
Hope
you provide
everything
the possibility to,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, that's what I saw on other solutions is like when you're limiting with the QPS plan, sometimes you overskipping QPS, right? Because limits are to cross them. And a lot of companies, even if you ask the publisher to limit the QPS for 500 or 1000 or 1.5, as the practice shows, they usually like overlapping that. And on some solutions, there is an opportunity to like admin right to stop the endpoint of receiving the traffic, thus to save the QPS, because what will happen if the limit of QPS is overlapped, everything stops, or at least everything is very, very slow. So nothing is working properly and unless you increase the QPS on the platform. So do you have any mechanism on like backend, like on admin section, to stop the endpoint from sending the request, like maybe the system of the subdomains, like when you're providing the endpoint to the publisher, this endpoint has the subdomain that you can stop on your site or anything like that? Because this is very important, and this is what a lot of people are suffering right now with those QPS limits. Everyone wants to be profitable on the small QPS, but we all know in arbitrage, it's never happened. And even for the direct campaigns, when you add the publisher, like DAO, for example, or the traffic shop, like they sometimes cannot control the QPS, meaning that they're sending more than you requested. Is there any mechanism to lower it down?
So basically, sorry, I mean, the effective QPS here basically means that we will calculate the QPS and we will send the request to the DSP account only if we know, if the system knows that there is a bit and there is a bit matching all the targeting criteria, the bit floor, the bit floor. So there is a real bit with a creative on the DSP. So we will send the request to the DSP only if there is a bit for this request. So this is what effective QPS means. So we will not be sending any request to the DSP account if there is no ad or there is no line item with a bit matching the request details.
Yeah, but you will charge for all the requests that are coming from the EP, right? So from
no. The requests, we will calculate only the requests which have reached the DSP account.
Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to know, basically.
Okay, colleagues, any more questions? Okay, a small announcement then. We will have this demo session recorded and we will send you the link in one day after it is being processed by YouTube. And you can get in touch with all of us in a Telegram group, RTB-Talks. We all are present there, so you are welcome to join and hit us up.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone, for your time, for your attention. It was a pleasure to show you the demo. And if you have any questions, I'm in the group, or you can reach me via Sergey. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy. Some new chat message. Let me. Thank you for that. Okay. So everything. Thanks everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe. And bye bye.
Stay safe and healthy. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.